looking for round 2 here. First match going in favor of Delete Gaming over Romanian Pride. Hopefully Romanian Pride can pull out some other stops and actually make this a little bit more of a competitive game. They did a good job in certain situations where they would four-man group up on that solo lane. I would have liked to have seen that a lot more, especially in other areas of the map. I don't know why you focus so hard on that Guan. Uh, what would you say was
Guan
their
Yu doing
biggest
so
flaw?
good. For who?
For the side of Romanian Pride.
Early game. The early game was the main crux of their problem. I feel like they just got farmed, and I feel like what they really need to do is put down more words. As you saw, the other team really taking the lead early because they knew when the rotations from anyone else was coming, and knew when to back off, and knew when to engage. So really, engaging. So the main problems would be engaging, warding, and early game.
I would also agree with what Elliot said in the chat here. He says buy beads as the jungler. Callie, unfortunately, if you're going to play that passively, she definitely needed to have had beads. Uh,
Oh yeah, there's a
that
lot of
Sunder
CC on
pickup,
that
I'm a
team.
big fan of Sunder pickups, but if you're not going to steamroll, if you're not looking for that early kill, and Callie's really not the best early game god to get it on, then you're sitting with a relic that you're never using, unfortunately. So. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes sometimes. You pick up a god, and the team that you're playing against, you're not used to countering a player like that. So the Soul was doing an amazing job of getting a lot of poke out onto that Hades before they could even really react.
Awesome.
I'm still waiting to spectate.
I'm actually in the game. So the bans thus far have been Kepri, Susanoo, Osiris, Bologna.
Alright. Hopefully, I will be joining you shortly. Still in queue
Mm-hmm.
for it, unfortunately.
Try spectating off of me.
I totally agree with you, Elliot. Having Warlock Sash that late in the game was completely ineffective, especially when you're that far behind. Something we commented on multiple times. You can't do much in a situation like that. You can't even build the stacks well. We even talked about I don't recommend personally going a starter item if you're going to try to go into Warlocks. It does make you a little weak early game, so you have to be prepared for that. But in order to get Warlock Sash online, so you're a mid-game threat, that's what's necessary.
I can agree with that.
Trying to spectate
Were you
off
able to get
you.
in off of spec? Yeah, were you able to?
It's queued still.
Alright, hopefully you'll get in.
So what do you want to see out of Delete Gaming this game? Personally, I felt like they did a great job on that Guan. I feel like that Guan you pick up should be another priority for them. They were just able to do so much early game and out farm.
I feel like late gaming is gonna look for the look to experiment a bit in this round, see what works, what doesn't work. They already have game one under the belt, so they're not as pressured as the other team. They're maybe a little overconfident, if anything. Uh, but I expect to see some sort of new strategy or something else out of them, or they're just gonna stick to fundamentals and keep trugging away like that.
Yeah, that Soul pickup was another great meta pickup. Do you think he'll go back to the Soul, or will he go on someone else for mid lane?
Vulcan's already picked, so
Oh, Vulcan's already picked up?
Vulcan
Okay.
and Changa.
Well, that's
Vulcan and Changa.
unfortunate. Still queued,
Mhm.
so I might not get to see it.
All right, now the teams are Changa, Ravana, and Thor for Romania, and on the side of Delete it has Terra, Vulcan, and Odin. All right, what is going on here? Let me try returning the lobby so
You
I'll
just
just
stay in the
finish
game.
announcing this.
Let me keep, let me keep, just stay in the game in case, that way, if you're able to pause, just go ahead and pause when you can.
All right.
Unfortunately, still stuck, queued in for spectating.
This is getting weird.
Let's see here. I'm gonna try going back to Robert, and hopefully it'll let me in.
Hopefully.
Sorry again, guys. Unfortunately, we're stuck waiting on the Smite servers, which, as you all know, are not the best for PS4.
Definitely not. And I got kicked out.
Unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Any minute now. I apologize, guys. We thought we had the stream up and running.
Gonna try watching Robert again. That's the timer.
Yeah, unfortunately, mine is just keeps resetting at this point. Anytime I change screens.
We
So
will.
we'll see.
They're just gonna do it again. They said.
All right, that's unfortunate.
You know what probably happened? Someone left or something. Nope, man. I'm in.
How are you in again? And I'm still just queued. This is
Did you?
obnoxious.
I don't know. I'm just lucky. Capri band, Bologna band. They still changing the band to Sanovo band. Into the Osiris band.
Let me restart it since they just restarted.
Yep. Okay.
There we go. All right. Sorry about the wait, stream.
There's the Chang'e band, into the
Right.
Terra, into the Vulcan.
Yep, everybody came up pretty quickly here. We have Chang'e, Ravana, and Thor for the side of Romanian Pride. And on the side of Delete Gaming, we have Phil on the Terra, Mr. Sack on the Vulcan, and Mikey on Odin this game. I hope this is Odin Jungle. I want to see what he can do with that against this Chang'e. Chang'e can be very difficult to counter late game, so we'll see what happens. I would like to see Ravana here play a little bit better from that solo position than he did with Chalk. Ravana a lot better of a boxing god than Chalk is, and definitely more in the meta right now.
We've seen a lot of great Ravanas in the league thus far, along with the Wheelix and Ravana. Wheelix and Ravana, two staples in the league thus far. Pretty much the poster children of the league.
For who's been playing for us, yes, absolutely. I believe there's many other people with. Oh, okay. I just got dropped.
I'm still in. Wow. Oh, maybe you hit the last one.
That's
Sorry,
disappointing.
spectating again.
Will do.
They completely changed their team comp, I think. No, they didn't finish. Terra, Vulcan, Odin, Fenrir, and a blank slot left for what I believe is, Delete Gaming. And waiting on that last guy. Oh, did you get back in?
Not yet.
And there's the last pick, Cupid, it looks like. No, they have bank time. Oh, and Cupid's locked in. So the teams are Chang'e, Ravana, Thor, Athena, Medusa, for the sides of Romanian Pride versus Fenrir, Vulcan, Odin, Terra, and Cupid. Hearing those comps, what do you expect to see a lot of?
A little bit harder to visualize here, but I expect to see a lot of diving potential coming out of this Chang'e, Thor, and Ravana. Uh, that's just a great comp as far as being able to walk under tower and not take very much damage and dash away. Uh, Personally, I always like a Thor pick against an immobile mage, so Thor against the Vulcan. He should have a slight
And it
advantage
just
here.
kicked me out as they go into the game. Wow, this thing does not want to play.
That's unfortunate. We're gonna try to get it back running. Sorry, guys.
They actually just messaged me. What's going on? We didn't swap. Just gonna do a blind pick. They say.
Okay,
That's right.
so
So just stay queued up on Robert, Mayor,
all right.
immediately, please. And what we're gonna do then is we're just gonna edit this part out, hopefully, if I remember.
So the Dom King believes that Sax on the Vulcan is amazing. We'll see what happens.
Oh yeah.
I've seen Vulcan played well, but I've also seen Vulcan countered really hard.
And here I am.
Alright,
Here
I'm
we
getting
am.
put into
Yep.
the match here. So Athena Medusa in the duo lane over there, that's going to be very difficult to go against. Terra Cupid is solid, but not quite as meta. I don't think the Cupid's going to have an easy time going against this Medusa. Medusa just sort of automatically counters Cupid. Her ultimate into the Cupid ultimate gets her out and stuns the Cupid. So I'm not sure who had picked first, but Medusa definitely a great counter to this Cupid pick.
That's crazy. That's such a good thing. Such a good pick. Such really quick. Cupid and Terra just will have great sustain.
I want to see if Mikey here can stay on top of Robert in the mid lane and keep this Chunky from making it to late game. If he's able to do that, I think they will have the better advantage. Oh, I'm sorry. It looks like Mikey's actually probably okay. Fenrir EU Classic was their solo laner last game. I think he's taking Fenrir solo here.
Interesting pick.
It's very doable, and probably going to be a little bit advantageous against this Robin because he doesn't really have to stay in lane. He can clear that lane and then run away instead of having to fight. What I saw from him last time was very good play though, so hopefully he plays the solo lane the same way with his Fenrir.
Yeah. As long as you have the fundamentals down and know how to farm, you should be fine. Alright, I'll be right back. Why don't you just talk to them about what the combos you expect to see?
Not a problem. We got a 150-second wait. Sorry about that, guys, so that they can get in the game and get ahead a little bit. The combo, obviously, with the end of Medusa is going to be really solid over there in the duo lane. Cupid with no CC immunity, Terra with no CC immunity. I think they're going to have a really tough time. Phil played amazingly last game. His reflexes are clearly on point. As a support player, he knows what he's doing. I don't know if he's going to be able to do anything, though, with this Medusa. Terra at level 1 alone is already pretty terrible. Not even pun intended there. She doesn't have great clear. She can't really engage until at least level 2, and even then, it's not great clear. Athena just able to at least pick off the archers for you with her clear. I want to see what happens here in this mid lane with the Odin jump and the Vulcan combo. That could be very early kill potential if Chang'e is not careful. Thor can easily get himself in and out of positions pretty well if he picks up his hammer first. If he picks up the spin to win, I bet they're going to focus him down to try to kill him. Other than that, Fenrir in the solo lane, like I said, he's not going to be looking to box the Robin at all. I think he's going to have a decent time of getting in and out of the fights. We'll be curious to see, though, if he tries to go for that blue buff again early. Um, Being an assassin instead of a warrior, he's going to have a lot less health to contend with. As I said, Elliot, yeah, I do believe that keeping that Chang'e under level, I believe they let her pick it up and intentionally pick the Odin into it. Odin just a great, I guess, counter to any sort of mage that wants to be close range to deal with their damage. Not to mention just completely shutting down most of their team. Athena can't really get out unless she ults out. Medusa can't get out. Chang'e can't get out. So the Odin pickup here, just a big pickup. And like I said, if you keep Chang'e from getting late game, she's not nearly as scary. If she gets ahead, she's absolutely devastating, but I don't see it happening.
Mm-hmm. I can agree. Besides that, what do you think that they will improve on in this game? We've seen a huge learning curve in the learning curve in the league thus far. So, what do you expect to see?
Uh, I expect to see Delete try to take this early lead and really push on it. I don't see how it's even possible for their duo lane to win. Uh, but if they manage it, then it will be thoroughly impressive. I do believe that the Odin and Vulcan are going to be completely out pressuring Chang'e Thor mid. Um, and judging from the gameplay you saw from Mr. Sack's last game, I think he's going to be just. I think he's comfortable probably on this Vulcan pick. But we'll see what happens.
And here we go. Chang'e rank 10, Ravana rank 1, Thor rank 1, Athena rank 10, Medusa rank 3,
And
uh,
unfortunately, it won't put me
Vulcan
in the
rank
next
5.
screen.
Just press X.
Yes, unfortunately, it's still stuck on select and will not let me go to the next screen right now.
Hmm, that is weird. I'll just pause when you get in.
I think an Odin ban would have been decent, but not necessarily warranted, Elliot. Banning out Odin is always just a tricky. I would rather have seen like a Thor pick up and a Wheelish into it. Unfortunately, I don't know the order of the picks and bans, but picking up in a Wheelish into an Odin is just absolutely hysterical to do to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I may have to close
Uh,
and reopen the game.
Go for it. I'll just stay here, pause. That means the stream will stop and we'll just delete this one and save the next one.
Alright, I was able to get through this time.
Alright.
I didn't
Press
even stop
X.
stream, so we'll have to just we'll just edit it out after.
And then you go.
So a lot of the people in chat believe that Odin is slightly OP. How do you feel about that?
No, Odin falls off. Odin falls off.
I believe Odin's a lot like Chalk, in that late game he just becomes a ult bot. Um, I don't think. I mean, even the pros know Wheelish is a huge counter to the Odin. Uh, Even though Odin, yes, could blink cage, it's not going to be nearly as effective because he still can't even bird bomb. Wheelish's ultimate will take away any of the burst that he has from that, so essentially he's wasted his ult.
They want to say Mikey is OP.
Oh, Thor was already. If Thor was already picked up, then obviously no, you wouldn't go Wheelish. Well, Mikey did play very well on the Camazotz last game, so I hope he can pull this off. But I've seen a lot of Odins in jungle fail. But I have faith in him. Let's see what happens. So looking at item selection, nothing too out of the norm yet. Looks like the Raven over here on Mama is looking to copy the strategy from last game. and picking up that Bomba's mask in the solo lane. Very interesting. So I think he's going to start with the same start that happened last game, and Fenrir is probably looking to do the same. Same start
yeah,
for Classic EU, and same new start probably for Mamma Mia.
Fenrir going with Death's Toll and Mamba's Mask. Why? I guess you recognizing the fact he's gonna have a hard time in solo lane, give me that sustain.
I would guess, yeah, he's just trying to be able to keep up with the Robin and sustain. I don't think it will necessarily work, but oh wow, getting a lot of pressure on this Medusa early. She's already below half health over here.
That's always good when
Cupid
you can
just landing
someone early
PvP
game.
landing all of his autos right here, just keeping them completely poked out. So as I said though, I did not believe they should have won pressure at all here. But just the early game right there in the poking stage, Medusa taking a ton of poke.
Oh yeah, and Cupid throwing
Frenzy
that
pop
ability
up.
early too.
A very interesting frenzy pop there in the duo lane.
Probably
Cupid really low on health there.
There.
As I said, as soon as the minion wave gets here, there's no way that Cupid and Terra should win that at all. It looks like we're seeing an invade from the Odin here and Vulcan, and they were able to secure it, and they just make it out before Thor can rotate.
Odin's early game will present a challenge for the jungle. I foresee here. Just because he does so much damage early game, and late game he'll be really relevant as a fighter in the teams. Because he'll hop in, cage, and if they don't have ghost up or if they don't have ghost period, they will be zoned out effectively, making them super dangerous. Making him super dangerous as long as he's played right.
Another invade over here. Mikey going for the red now. And again, it looks like they're going to be too slow getting there. Romanian just so far behind right now. And Robert choosing to disengage wisely before that bird bomb lands on him. Chunky early game, not a lot of health to be able to sustain in there. So it looks like now they're able to secure their own red. So you're seeing multiple buffs stolen already at this point. Chunky having to get way too close to this Vulcan too.
The gold difference already in the 400.
Taking a lot of poke. Romanian already having to dash away. This is getting out of hand very quickly.
Yeah, the early game is not working for them once again. They need to work on their early game. Once you have a solid foundation for the game, you will do a lot better overall.
Fenrir doing a great job of farming, actually sitting at the most XP right now on the map. Very surprising considering how many buffs have been invaded, but I guess he's been splitting them the whole time, Odin and Chunga have. So Classic EU just doing an amazing job right now, getting farm. And as correctly predicted by Elliot, first blood going to Mikey, picking up the kill on the Athena over there. That's one way to counter the aggression. Have a easy quick gank and get your team ahead. Looks like they were able to...
Rotation. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
No, go ahead.
It looked like they went for oracles already. Delete Gaming should have gotten the oracles. Big bird bomb landing, and there's the ultimate immediately, and followed up by the Vulcan ult. Vulcan overshooting it. Chang'e wasting her sanctuary anyway, but choosing to go back in. I don't know if that was the best decision. And of course, she's gonna fall down to Mr. Sax. She should have just backed off while she was ahead.
Vulcan probably popping his ult, thinking no communication between the Odin. They're both in there about what was gonna happen.
Yeah, it looks like Classic EU able to pick up this kill over here in the solo lane. He probably ultied for it. Unfortunately, we missed it. Too much going on in the mid lane right now. Thor out of position.
And the going.
Thor out of position for this Odin. There's the big bird bomb. Not doing as much damage to the Odin though, or to the Thora. He's able to make it out safely.
Yeah,
looks like Mamma Mia able to return the kill. Classic EU just hanging around a little bit too long there after his kill. Once your ultimate was down, you definitely should have at least backed up. So this is stayed from Robin over here.
Robin's gonna have, I think Robin might have a hard time with Fenrir, because Fenrir can hop out of that route. And, oh god.
So we missed a kill here in mid again.
Yeah, Thor and No, it wasn't Thor. Yeah, it was Thor and Volt. Oh no. Okay, Thor hitting his stun on them, but just not doing enough. Even popping Sanctuary, you just get double teamed and downed.
Looks like Phil still knowing kind of how he wants to play it, clearing out some of the XP while saving the rest for his team. Great support there. Now Athena looking for this gank over here in the duo lane. There's the ultimate by Cupid. Medusa getting some big damage out. Medusa missing her ultimate though. Oh, that would have been a great time right there if she'd like I said, the Medusa ult completely counters the Cupid ult, but she misses it, and unfortunately doesn't get the stun off. Cupid able to sustain up with those hearts too.
Cupid just has that annoying dash, and you have to be aware of when it's up and when it's down. It's a great initiator or retreat for a team in a team fight.
Oh, this is lagging so hard. Mikey looking for the pickup over here, trying to jump on more than one. And just choosing to disengage. Right now, not a lot of farm going on. I would like to see them honestly push an early Gold Fury again. At least it's not as bad yet. It's not out of hand yet. Sitting at 4-1. Romanian's still in this game. They just need to know how to play it. They just need to know when Odin's jumping in and paying attention to taunting him out of it, stunning him out of it, and then CCing him until he's dead.
I concur. That's definitely sounds like a good plan.
Boxing match going on over here in the solo lane. Classic EU will level up and doing a lot of damage. Popping pots to stay in it.
I've seen Fenrir solo before. It usually doesn't fly. But I'm surprised to see this Ravana losing to this Fenrir with that backflip. He should be able to counter him pretty well.
It looks like he backflipped out, but not out of a lot of the damage. He's probably going to have to backflip out of that Brutalize. Chang'e going for the gank over here, and doing a decent amount of damage. Fenrir ulting, and ulting looks like just to get away. And he's going to make it out. But his ultimate will be down.
Good play by him, recognizing when he needs to use that.
Absolutely. It looked like Romanian actually had a great rotation there. Delete Gaming wasn't ready for it at all. But Athena may be caught out here in the mid position. No, she was able to back away. So see, that's what I was talking about earlier. Romanian has these great rotations that they're pulling out into the solo lane. But it's just not very often. It's just not happening as soon as they need it to. Odin wasting his ult just to annoy Robert, it looks like at this point. Mikey just being petty. Keeping that farm away from the mid laner. Trading out kills over there in the duo lane. There's a big kill by Mikey. Mikey with a big bird bomb right there onto the Thor and the Chang'e. Able to claim the life of the Chang'e. Thor at half health still.
Yeah. Really, ulting just to be petty doesn't really make sense, especially in these kind of games where anything can happen. If you waste that ult now and somebody decides at the time we're going to make the big play here, it can cost you.
It was possibly just to slow down her rotation. Alright, so it looks like the Robin's finally coming online a little bit better. Able to box with this Fenrir pretty well. Fenrir ult being down, he knows he's going to have to jump away, unfortunately. Just missing his root, that would have been the damage that he needed to secure the kill. There's the ultimate coming out of Fenrir. If he can grab the Robin, Robin uses his immunity, and it looks like he's going to be able to disengage. Fenrir ult's down now, and Fenrir's going to fall. Great job by Mama staying into that fight. Now hopefully he gets out before Mikey comes over and rotates on him. Mikey charging up the bird bomb.
Yeah.
Mikey getting poked out too.
On the Fenrir spot there?
No, I believe Fenrir, had he landed his ultimate, could have secured the kill there, but without actually landing that ultimate, he put himself in a really bad position and no real escape after that. He needed to be able to jump away. Great job right there by the Ravana though. And honestly, Mikey rotated in that lane and got beat up pretty well too. So this solo laner could get scary. Looks like we have the boss over there picking up another kill on the Cupid. So PvP, despite being doing really well early on, is starting to fall behind just a little bit. Surprisingly, our support's having almost no XP right now, despite their Lonos mask. I would have thought they would have ended up with more XP at this point.
Yeah, I think Romanian Pride took out what they learned last game. Let's take a look at wards. wards placed by Romanian Pride, 4 by Thor, 3 by Athena, and 2 by Medusa. Definitely different from last game, where we didn't see any until around like the 15-minute mark.
Yeah, they're doing much better. Unfortunately, I would have liked to see them take the oracles there. Yes, you have a wave pushed under a tower, but oh, excuse me, sorry, you're already losing that XP. Now you just gave up the oracles as well, so you lost all that extra XP as well.
And the gold. Let's not forget about the gold.
Absolutely. Odin with the bird bomb, and he's still gonna find the Thor. Thor's still holding on to his hammer. It looks like he might be able to get out. Big Vulcan ultimate, but the Aegis saves him there. Thor's still gonna fall down before his hammer comes back up. Chang'e looking like she's gonna be able to dance out. Big ultimate there for her.
Oh yeah.
Still getting poked out by the Vulcan, and she's gonna be able to make it out.
Delete managed to kill on the Thor there though.
Yeah, that was a great kill, and they still got his Aegis for it too. So that's a big win for them. Unfortunately, Thor, having thrown his hammer, they probably don't have the deep ward, so they didn't see the Odin waiting as soon as Thor threw his hammer. That's exactly what Mikey was waiting on. That was his key. So Robin doing a great job here boxing this boxing the Fenrir. Now that they're equal level, he's doing it. He's just absolutely dominating this lane, which is to be expected at this point.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Chang'e taking a long time to get back to lane. She's missing an entire wave, it looks like. I would have liked to have seen a quicker rotation from her. Was that a Thor ult into the... No, I don't think that was a Thor ult.
Yeah,
I think he just ganked.
Thor winded up his ult, and
he missed it then.
The Fenrir.
He missed it in the solo lane over there.
Missed it by quite a bit there.
The boss gonna fall down over here thanks to Mikey's ult. Mikey with the big bird bomb about to come in and probably secure this kill on Athena. Athena using her dash, trying to get away. Just trying to survive at this point. PvP doing a great job landing these autos, but misses the bird bomb. And Mr. Zax is going to secure the kill.
Yeah.
Great rotational gank there.
They need even more wards.
Yeah, knowing that Chang'e had backed and Thor was out of position after still having just died, there was just no chance for any sort of counter initiation or anything along those lines.
I mean, the main problem is that I don't see a ward on mid for those back ones, but they actually don't know when they're rotating down.
I just got told Fenrir jumped the Thor ult. That's what happened over there in the solo lane.
Okay.
So very good on his part. If he hears it coming, that's the big problem with the Thor ult. If you're paying attention, you can get that audio cue in really early.
Like I know there's a video on actually where the dead spots are, so you can land on them and not have them hear you.
4-man rotation over here by Delete Gaming, just trying to get this kill on the Robin, and they're gonna find it at least. Good job on their part, trying to put down the Robin. It doesn't look like, yeah, 0 rewards down from Mamma Mia. Had no idea that the rotation was coming in for him.
The Ravana is 2-2 now, but he's definitely gonna be the backbone of this team if he can get into this fight, win his lane, get level. He will be a huge instrument to help them possibly win this game. They did a lot better early game than they did last game, but it still doesn't seem to be enough.
Unfortunately, being the backbone of the team, he should have known that he should have had wards down. He pushed up really far for not having anything on the board. He hadn't even bought him at this point. Ultimate out of Mikey right here to catch the Chang'e. Chang'e pushing in really aggressively. Aegis out of Chang'e, and big ultimate, but no follow-up whatsoever. She's just going to fall again. So Delete's just doing a great job of grouping up right now, and it doesn't look like Romanian's doing that at all. They're backing up out of engagements that they should be, that they should have had other people in. I mean, right there, Chang'e is way out of position for not having her support with her.
Yeah,
so this Gold Fury right here, and Delete's going to get it. Medusa ult anyway. Vulcan's still going in, looking for the setup. And Mikey's choosing to disengage. They did get a win there. They did get the Gold Fury this time. It wasn't stolen away.
Yeah, that was a little bit embarrassing before when that happened. But the Apollo was nowhere to be seen this time.
Finally, we're seeing counter warding done from the side of Romanian Pride, realizing that this ward placement is just absolutely key.
Oh yeah.
Alright, we got a quiet spot between the fighting here. You see that Odin already has his Shifter Shield online. Cupid going for that Transcendence build again from PvP. almost fully stacked. Medusa with the Transcendence build as well this time, but only at 35 stacks. Those early kills from Cupid really helped him out. Medusa's doing a great
Cupid's
job
just the
disengaging.
devil.
What I like right
Oh
here
wow,
is
yeah,
the
Cupid's the
Doomorb
devil.
pickup from Mr. Sachs. Doomorb is a great item, and he's already got it fully stacked. If he can really play aggressive here and still choose to not die. Unfortunately, it looks like Robert is looking to go with Warlock Sash again. Again, it will be technically his third item. Really risky play. Medusa actually falling to that Cupid ult, beadsing really late, and she's gonna fall. Boss getting outplayed there by PvP.
Over and right lane, just all this action happening. Thor, oh, and PvP goes down. But Thor ulting in on the Odin into the Fenrir. Fenrir hopping away. Good step out by the lead.
Fenrir making it out with just a little bit of health, but no kills falling down over here.
Yeah.
Mikey
Fenrir
able to
with
steal
that,
away the
teleport.
speed. And Chang'e out of position again. If Mikey ultimates, she's gonna fall for sure. He may not even need to. Oh, missing his jump. And a good root coming out of Mamma Mia. Unfortunately, not enough to save him. Thor trying to apply some damage, but just completely out-leveled right now. And unfortunately, running away from your support is never a good strategy to have right there.
So I think what happened this game for Romanian is that they were winning the one-on-one engagements that the elite. Well, starting to win those one-on-one engagements that the elite had been winning the whole game last time. And so the elite, recognizing that, chose to go for the team approach, and it's their team ultimate synergy is really big with the Fenrir pull, with the Odin cage. A lot of it will, if it lands on you, it's just gonna set up for the Vulcan or the Cupid ult, and the Cupid ult makes you crippled. So it's gonna if he ults and then Odin cages you into the cripple, you're kind of screwed over.
A lot of ultimates wasted there to try to kill Mamma Mia, and they're gonna get the tower for it, but didn't find the kill.
Mamma Mia doing a good job of keeping himself alive, only having died twice, despite despite the elite getting rampage.
And these aren't shallow ganks. These are 4-man ganks right now, and he's still managing to stay alive throughout it. He definitely needs to get wards up though. He's still not choosing it. Chang'e getting her immunity baited out right away from the Terra for Odin to bird bomb in. They're doing a great job coordinating right there, knowing that Mikey's just sitting right there in the side lane, waiting for that immunity to be used. And the second she does it, he bird bombs in. Her sustain is doing great at keeping her back in this, but if she gets re-engaged on again, she's in a lot of trouble. Medusa looking like she's caught out of position a little bit here, trying to find some sanctuary to go to. Stuck between 4 players right now. Big ultimate, but she's gonna fall anyway. Mr. Sachs able to secure the kill. See, if you look at the grouping right now, though, they're doing such a good job between their jungle and their mid, just staying grouped up, and their support staying in there too.
That's a huge thing. The Terra's coming in with those stuns, and that's stopping anyone from getting away. The Odin is definitely important with the ult, but his ult's after I think out of every 2 engagements he has his ult up because of how slow down, and I'm pretty sure he's fully stacked on that passive of his with people dying in his cage.
At this point, I would believe you're right. So Fenrir is still able to take that middle tower right now. They're getting free reign on this team. They're doing a much better job of pushing down these objectives though with their lead than they did last game. I'm liking to see it a lot better. Fenrir with the blink ultimate and gonna hold the Athena right in place. Great communication there, great teamwork. Absolutely great job. Right in the center of the Vulcan ult. They're staying engaged here, looking like they're looking for this tier 2. Let's take a look at it from Odin's side of view. Backing off with this 4-man grouping.
I hate to be pessimistic, but it just feels like that Romanian Pride is fighting a losing battle.
Yeah, they're not grouped up effectively right now, that's for sure. So the rotations are coming out, and they're trying to counter-rotate, but it's just not working. Medusa coming around the backside, but she's just going to get absolutely bursted down by this huge Fenrir at this point. Thor getting bursted away immediately. Medusa ulting just to escape. The boss is not going to have any chance of engaging on this. So right there we see Mamma Mia die, even though the thorns pop and shell pop. Just way too much going for the side of Elite Gaming. You should have immediately gotten out of that engagement the second your damage dealers peeled off or had to die.
Oh yeah.
Chang'e not even
Mr.
seeming
Sack.
relevant in that fight, and Medusa immediately getting poked out.
Changa's only relevant if you get her. I feel if you get her at level or head, she just does so much damage if you get pen on her. It's crazy.
Look at item choices here, though. Just poor item selection by Chang'e. You're sitting at 0 and 5 and just now getting Warlock Sash online. You're sitting at 16 or 17 stacks. That is really rough going up against a fully stacked Doom Orb.
He should have
You
gone
essentially
Shield
don't have an
Regrowth. I
item.
see a lot of that.
Yeah,
I see a
shield
lot of
regrowth on
Shield
Chang'e is
Regrowth.
great, but they also need some sort of power right now. She has no power online whatsoever.
Rod of Asclepius would have helped there too.
Yeah, Rod of Asclepius may have been a better choice. There's just so many better items that she should have gone into when she was this far behind. We talked about it last game. Going this late into Warlock Sash is just not effective. If we look at damage out here, I expect to see Chang'e pretty low. Yeah, Chang'e as low on the map as anyone else. As low as the Terra and her own Athena. That's just really rough. As soon as she uses her immunity again, Odin just looking to dive right on her. Mikey doing a great job controlling the battlefield. And Romanian is going to follow there to PvP.
Robert Dive sort of standing there for a second, still as Odin and Vulcan just ingress on him. What was he doing?
I don't know, possibly thinking he was already dead at that point. Or it could have been lag. I mean, we never know at this with the Smite servers right now.
I'm heavy lagging now, yeah.
Yep, likewise.
Smite services went down for you?
Big ult from Odin right here. There we see the Phantom Pop though. Medusa just trying to get away, but oh, Athena with a great taunt pulling him off. Athena may have just saved the life of her carry there. Unfortunately, she turns around. She's going to end up dying right there. Yep, Mikey finding the kill. Athena falling anyway as well.
Good plays by Delete. I guess chasing down the kills is good here, but I feel like they could have gone for more objectives.
They did end up getting the portal out of that, so Delete is still in position right now. It looks like they might even start up fire. Yeah, Delete Gaming has started up on fire. You have Mamma Mia over here on the side, though. I don't think he knows it's there. He's got red buff on, and his ultimate should be available. I don't think... Nope, he's backing. He doesn't even know what's going on right now. And so Delete get a free fire giant while a solo laner's in lane. That's really rough to see. Meanwhile, you have them pushing down on a mid-tier 2 with Romanian Pride. I don't know if that was the best option. Yeah, Mikey Odin is doing very well right now, though. He's playing it very well. Doing a great job with the patience of waiting for the escapes and immunities to be down before he dives in.
Yep, that's a huge thing to do.
This is going to be a free tier 2 at this point. Athena's trying to rotate in late. I don't recommend that, though. You have no one on your team with you. And Athena sitting right here in the middle of 4. Thor ulting in. A decent engage there from the side of Romanian, but they're so far behind in levels, and against the Fire Giant buff team, I don't think this was the best idea. I wish I would have seen that engagement 10 minutes earlier. That was the type of grouping up and engage that they needed a long time ago before they were this far under level. I mean, you're diving in with Thor at a level 14 who's out-leveled by even the enemy support. He's doing virtually no damage right now. You just have to have that engagement so much earlier. Great job on the engage, though. I mean, they coordinated it well, they initiated it well, and it's unfortunate, but it's just too little too late.
I can agree with that. At this point, it just like Romanian Pride is just fighting a losing battle. There's no, like, it doesn't. I can't feasibly see a way for them to back into this fight.
Unfortunately, it's all about farm. They don't have it right now. They're not able to farm effectively enough. So they're getting far behind in levels, which is causing the damage to just be way too high on them. They're poking nothing.
They're solo lane the highest level on their team. I mean, that's a little bit to be expected. Solo lanes tend to be a little higher than most other teams. But once Delete Gaming realized that, they started targeting him, trying to shut him down because he was making plays.
Absolutely. He was doing a great job early on, too, of avoiding the ganks and only dying really twice early on. But once the group up stage started, it didn't look like they were able to help him out anymore. It looks like he became ineffectual even in team fights. So many players falling just buffed up the enemy so that they were out leveling him too high. Cupid semi-caught out here, missing his bird bomb. PvP actually doing a great job coming back into this boxing match, though. Medusa wasting her ult way too early and gonna take the damage before her ultimate even goes off.
All right. Good map awareness there, Trent. Knowing when the fight's going on. That Cupid is a master of that avoiding that Medusa ult. Oh man.
Yeah, I haven't seen one land on him yet. He's doing a great job though, boxing it. Like I said, Medusa should be countering him. She really should. It's the matchup is in her favor. Cupid does do amazing damage late game though. The later the game goes on, the stronger Cupid always is. But
he's the devil. It's not like it, people. We all know it.
Cupid getting boxed out a little bit here by Robin. Chunky gonna fall again inside of Mikey's ult. And Vulcan picking up the kill on Kinshin. The engagement keeps on going. Robin having to ult out. Mamma Mia running away. Looks like it's going to be a free tier 2. Mr. Sax picking up a triple kill there. Just chasing them down. Absolutely irrelevant the fact that the tower was still there. Didn't slow them down for a second. And, so sad to see the boss is just going to fall so quickly.
What the big thing here is that gotta say, what the big thing here is that the communication between Elite Gaming and the team fight, once Romanian Pride realized that they needed to be in those team fights and do that, was hugely superior to Romanian Pride.
Absolutely agree. They just coordinated really well. I don't think the Vulcan was necessarily as on point as he could have been, but definitely not a bad display from their team there. You really got to see a lot of coordination on their parts. Even from the Terra. Terra didn't really seem effectual, but I promise you got that Chang'e dance out about 100 times. Easy setup for Mikey. It's going to take a lot more awareness on the side of Romanian Pride in order to box a team like that, but they did good. I think they definitely improved from the first game, and especially on the solo side over there. Mamma Mia doing a great job staying in the fight. Let's look at the damage numbers here.
Big Sis Terra doing a great job, though.
Let's look at the damage numbers here. And Robin, as we expected, top of the player charts for Romanian Pride. And on the side of Delete Gaming, Vulcan ended up surpassing the Odin, but the Cupid has the top damage out for his team. Just doing a great job, especially late game. They chose to keep fighting the Cupid, and he boxed right back into it. Doing an absolutely great job, basically farming the enemy team at that point.
Right.
That Vulcan went 12-0 in that game. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah. The Terra went 2-0-20, which means that she was involved in like 22 of the kills, which is great for support. Jeez.
Absolutely. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. See you next.
So I heard. Let's see what happens.